Well, hello there. It has been quite a while since you've seen me. Okay, that's not true because I'm on all kinds of things, but it's been a while since we've done a vlog, hasn't it? Yes. I'll answer that for you because I just did. Yes, it has been. So this is going to be kind of a let's talk conversation, but I'm also going to show you some things. It'll probably be a two-part vlog just so it's not super long because long videos are stupid. I'm just making this longer by procrastinating, and I never script. Anyways, so a lot of you have seen online, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you kind of already know all this information, but if you're not, then here's the skinny. About a month and a half ago, probably right before Transworld, beginning of March, there was a shooting down the street from my house, 2 houses down from me, and nobody got shot, but they were outside the house and they were shooting at the house. It ended up being a domestic situation, but the people that were shooting did not live there. And it was about 8 o'clock at night when my kids generally could be outside still playing. Not so much Logan, but Elizabeth definitely. I mean, Elizabeth is out right now. So, but that coupled with the extreme amount of crime and homelessness and basically the destruction of Portland has led us to decide to move. One of the other reasons, and really the main reason, is the housing here, and it's no wonder that the Northwest and especially the West Coast is severely overpriced in their housing and extremely low on their housing. Also, Portland lost 6,500 rental houses and rental units in the past 2 or 3 years, and like 2,300 of those were lost last year. I rent. I rent this house, and the landlord is a real estate agent, so he knows the value of this house. It's gone up about $100,000 in a year, and he knows that. So we've talked. He's offered us the house, but we're not going to take it. But that does mean that he's looking to sell eventually. And right now would be the best time for him to sell. We have told him our plan, so he's not going to sell. So we do not have the problem that we might lose this house while we're here. But there's always that but. And he's a real estate agent, and we are on month to month. So at any point, he could say, here's your 60, 90 days, something like that. He said he would obviously give us plenty of time. So coupled with all those things, it is very dangerous here to the point, where I drive all over town and I don't feel safe. I don't take my kids out of the area pretty much. And even just tonight, there was a shooting, a half a mile away from here. And so it's not even really safe for us to even kind of leave the house with the kids. I just don't feel that it's necessary. My wife goes down one street and goes straight to work and comes straight back. And if we go anywhere, I drive and I know kind of places to avoid. There are streets that we don't even go down anymore because of shootings and other crime and homelessness and stuff like that. And it's not going to get any better. Portland is not going to get any better. We have a Democrat mayor, and I know I don't really like to bring politics into it, but our system of government here in Portland has destroyed it. And we've got another couple of years of that Democrat mayor, so nothing's going to change even if we get a Republican governor, which is pretty unlikely. We've had 40 years of Democrat governors. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. So we have chosen to move to Dallas, Texas. I know that's a big, that's a big move. 3,000 or I don't know how many miles away, but it's 30 hours away. But as you know, Dallas has a huge hub of Halloweenness. You got Dark Hour, you've got Cutting Edge, you've got Reindeer Manor, you've got you've got Cyclone Signs, you've got the Texas Haunters Convention, you've got haunt shirts, you've got nightmare makers. I've got several friends that already live there. Roland Pickens. I've got Melissa and James from Haunt Shirts, Steve Hancock and Melanie from Nightmare Makers, Michael and Tiffany Skalberg, and several other people who I'm getting to be even more friends with as this process is going on. We are not moving alone though. Kelly Reyes and her husband Ty and her 2 kids Kara and Kayla will be moving with us, and her mom. They will be moving to Dallas as well. We're hoping to be close because Elizabeth and Kayla are really good friends, and we'd rather them not be an hour and a half away like they are now. So under an hour is much better. So we're hoping for under a half an hour at the most. And they have a little different situation than we do for housing wise. We can literally just leave. They have to sell their house and her mother's house, and they're right next to each other, so it's a little more dicey. So with that being said, we have some stuff to do here around this house for the next year, and that is going through stuff, getting rid of stuff, selling stuff, bequeathing stuff to other haunters, and generally just cleaning up the place before we decide to pack up and leave. The goal is to be gone by July. Texas starts their schools in the middle of August. We end our schools here in the middle of June, so that gives the kids a much shorter summer this year, but it's going to be kind of exciting. So they're already excited. A little bit on the upset side about leaving grandmas and grandparents, grandmas and grandpas, but they understand as well. And we have to do this for the best for my family. I have to provide for my family. My wife has to provide for us as well. And we are all a team, and we have all finally agreed that this is the best step for us. Huge support system already set up there in Texas for us with friends, and my wife's job is headquartered in Dallas, and I'm a courier. I can start up with Dallas Courier or any of the other 15 or 20 courier companies that are over there. I can start the very next day I arrive. So I will be transferring my LLC to Dallas, and then I can start right away. So it's kind of an easy move for us, but also scary. I'm not going to admit it. There are days where I'm like, oh my God, are we really doing this? But we are. So, for the next year, we're going to get ready to move to Dallas. So, I haven't named this yet, and I probably will by the time this comes out, but I'm saying it now. I haven't named this series of vlogs, but basically for the next year, we are going to be doing a road to Dallas. That's not going to be the name of it, because that's stupid. But we're going to chronicle our steps all the way through. We are doing Halloween this year, and we are doing Christmas. Halloween this year will be it'll be the graveyard setup again, but we're going to do photo ops. We're going to bring the 12-foot skeleton down to the ground. We're going to actually, me and Elizabeth are going to corpse skeletons together. We're going to make we're actually going to make a few things. And in the process, we're going to be giving away a few things. Some of the old stuff that we've made in the past, and seeing what we do after Halloween. What can fit, because I'm going to get a pod for Halloween stuff. We're going to get pods for the whole house. But there'll be a pod just for Halloween and Christmas. So one of the things that I've done over the last last week or so is I've actually went through you probably can't see it that much. Let's see if I can turn on their light. That whole rack, I know it looks messy because I've been going through it. I'm going to show you here in a second why. Because that used to be full of bins that was full of stuff. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do, because we're going to have a swap and sale. So hold on. This is all the stuff that I'm getting rid of. I know, it's so much stuff. I've got masks. I've got costumes. I've got fog machines that really don't work. I've got fog timers and buttons. I've got a squirrel cage, so you can put that in your fog machine, fog chiller thing. I've got things to make book stands with skulls on top. I've got mallets. I got this creepy thing. I believe that was from the burial ground, the old burial ground. So I'm going to pass it on to a new haunter. It fell off the thing that he had made it for. That's a crow. Hello, crow. Skeleton. Anyways, so yeah, we've got miscellaneous. There's a pump down there. There's some signs. There's some x-rays. There's lots of lights. Boxes. There's some mummies. The electrical boxes. Like I said, lots of lights. Lots of these electrical things. Some cool lights that you can mount to something. Miscellaneous props. I got skulls and weapons and this boo thing. It actually says boo. Some skeletons. This is one of my first ever props that I made. It's a grave grabber, and it needs a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of work, but it should actually work again. And his head goes up and his arm comes out. We've got 3D puzzle. We've got some more costume pieces, some witch hats. What is under here? No, that's more lights. So we got more lights, silver platters, dead heads, all kinds of stuff. There's a flash cracker back there. A wooden coffin thing back there. We're gonna. I don't think anybody's gonna want that. That's gonna get fired. It's gonna get fired up. So yeah, part 2, I will show you what we have done in the backyard for storage, because I don't know if I've even shown that, and I don't even know if I showed that we have an RV. I know, right? I think I probably did. Anyway, so yeah, and I got an exit sign in here, and some more squirrel cages, and some more lights. That's all Goodwill stuff. But this is pretty much done with Halloween. This Halloween stuff I want to keep. I went through that already, sort of. I cleaned out a lot of the, I mean, obviously I want to keep a lot of the paint and stuff. A lot of that foam is going to go away. There's a bin under there that has Northwest Hunter stuff on it as well. In part 2, I will explain a little bit more stuff about what we're doing in the next couple of weeks, and I'll show you the storage. So that'll be out in a couple of days. So actually, I'm gonna go film it right now. I'll just make it scheduled for 2 days later. So I'll be in the same gear, you know. By the way, look at this Texas Honors Convention. Yes, and that'll be another update though that we'll have as well. So we're gonna have several vlogs here, just boom, 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 boom. So yeah, so haunt on.